Everyone, this is Stephanie from Think Travel Eat and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be doing an overnight hike of the Lapham Peak segment of the Ice Age Trail, and I'm also going to be using my Six Moon Designs Lunar Solo tent for the first time. I plan to actually seam seal it on site today, which should be fun. So with that said, I've already gotten started. I am on the first part of the trail, which takes me down 2 miles of the glacial drumlin bike trail. You can see how well paved all of this is behind me. So I expect a couple miles from now, when I veer off, I will be headed on to a bit more of a typical trail-like path. But anyway, I am well on my way. It's a bit of a confusing spot here because it looks like I should be turning to get to Lapham Peak based on that sign we see here. However, actually the Ice Age Trail continues on behind me, and I've got probably another, mile or so to go before I actually hit the Lapham Peak segment turn. Just want to give a quick shout out to all of those courteous bicyclists that I've run into along the way, because this is in fact a bicycle trail. So everybody who's gone by has been kind enough to say on your left, and a lot of people really happy to see me out hiking the trail. So it's been a nice day, and it's been fun sharing the trail with bicyclists. After a quick game of Frogger across Highway 18, as you can see here, we finally made it to the Lapham Peak segment. So here we go. We've had heavy rains over the past couple of days, and I was a bit nervous about maybe muddy trails on the lower spots of the trail over by Scuppernong Creek or over by Highway 18. And even through here where there's not as much sunlight peeping through, but so far so good. Hopefully I'm not jinxing myself, but the trail looks pretty good. It's not even really been slippery in spots. I think I got a little bit of water on my feet when I stepped on some mushy grass for about a half a second, but yeah, so far so good. Looks like I've successfully pitched my Six Moon Designs Lunar Solo tent. And it's my first time actually ever pitching a tent that uses a trekking pole instead of standard tent poles. And I watched a video actually before I came out into the field to see what the process was like. They actually have a video on how to pitch this tent right on their website, and followed the instructions and was able to get it on the first try. So hey, I don't know if this is a perfect pitch or not, because I've never stayed in the tent before, but it looks pretty darn good to me. Good morning. It is 6:45 a.m. and I just slept for my very first night in my new Lunar Solo tent, and I will say it is more spacious than the REI-2 that I had before. Overall, I slept pretty well. It's also my first time having a single wall tent, and there is just a little bit of condensation on the inside, but not quite as much as I expected there to be. It's about, I don't know, maybe 51, 52 degrees outside with a little bit of a breeze. I am not used to the cooler temperatures yet, so I'm going to stay here all bundled up for just a little while longer before I get up and get my morning coffee. So if you're curious as to what I have on the menu today, I've got some homemade peanut butter oats with chia seeds as well. And then I have, of course, coffee. And specifically, I today have the Mount Hagen instant coffee single serve. So we'll see how this is. A lot of times I use Copper Cow's coffee, which is pretty delicious, but for ease of use this time around, I probably pack it. Everybody says this one's pretty good, so we'll see. Okay, I poured in my coffee. I drink my coffee black, so if this coffee is not good, there is nothing to save me from the flavor. It's been cooling a bit. We'll see if it's too hot. So the verdict. It's not bad, but it's instant coffee. Well, we're back on the trail. I've actually seen a couple of deer already this morning, so the wildlife is definitely up and at 'em. As for me, well, it's time to head home. Really beautiful morning for a hike, and honestly the scenery on this trail is absolutely gorgeous. Check this out. Ran into a couple of other ladies who are out backpacking. They're the first backpackers that I've run into since I've been out on the trail, and apparently they had tried to stay at the Lapham Peak backpacker site that I stayed in last night. However, it was booked tonight, so instead I guess they're staying at Dispersed Camping out on Waterville, and I didn't realize that was actually an option, which means I've got a little bit of homework to do. But either way, super fun to see some other backpackers getting out there and enjoying nature.